Hey YouTube, this is zooLert Official, and today with me I have another Orbeez review. So if you guys saw the Flower Power Light Show, that was our first Orbeez review. I did mention we had a couple of other products, and this was, of course, our other product. In my opinion, this one is really cool and super unique. I have not seen something like this in a while. Something that really just is different than what I was expecting. So this is the Orbeez RC Ladybug Scooper. Now this set it doesn't take too much to get used to. What you do need is you need some batteries, one for the remote. Right here you have your battery compartment, and of course you're going to need four for your, of course, RC Ladybug Scooper. Now the set right here, before I get on to what's included and, of course, how to use the set, I just wanted to say a couple of things. And the scooper does work really well, but sometimes what happens is right here on the mouth of the scooper, if you guys notice that pretty much how it scoops it up is these little flaps right here will drag the Orbeez up into the mouth, and then it will send them back into the back or the belly of the RC Ladybug Scooper. So what happens is sometimes when you're, of course, driving your Ladybug RC forward and you get the Orbeez like halfway into the scooper and then you reverse the scooper, they will fall out. So no, that is not a problem with the toy that it can't scoop it up. It's just sometimes you don't get the full rotation so that the Orbeez, of course, end up in the stomach of the RC Ladybug Scooper. So now that we have that cleared out, let's move on to the review. Right here you get the, of course, remote. You have the off and on switch. Pretty much this controller is very basic, nothing really special with it. It's small, easy to fit in your hands. The RC, of course, down here, your on and off switch. Over here, you have the mouth. This is what will scoop up the, or help scoop up the Orbeez. Over here, you have some wings, and of course, you have the stomach of the RC, which you can pop off. But because there are Orbeez in here, I am not going to pop off the back. And there's another unique feature about this remote that makes it a little bit more different than, I guess you could say, your average remote, like I was saying. This middle button in the right here, if you guys noticed it before, it pretty much activates this back lever right here, so that Orbeez will fall out of the container, which is really cool. So now that you guys know a little bit about how to use the RC and, of course, what comes with the set, I'm going to move on to a little basic or more advanced overview of the set, and of course we will show you a demonstration of the RC Ladybug Scooper after that. So right here I have my RC Ladybug Scooper on and my remote switched on. So right here, if you notice, you can see those flaps going back and forth, of course, scooping up the Orbeez. So if I take one of these Orbeez right here, and I show you guys, if I put it inside of the mouth, like so, if you go forward, the Orbeez is now in the container. But what I mean from last time is, if you notice that if you push forward, the wheel will spin in one direction, and if you push it backwards, then the wheel will push it the other way. So what I was talking about earlier is that sometimes the Orbeez will fall out because of the different rotations. Now, the other unique feature that I was talking about was, of course, how the Ladybug can kind of pop out some of these Orbeez, which is, in my opinion, really cool, so that once you scoop them up, if you don't want to open up the container and take everything out, you can just slowly, one by one, take out the Orbeez, which is a very cool feature. Some other unique little details that you'll notice is that right here, the eyes, and of course the wings actually move, which is very cool. So of course it just adds a little more of a unique touch, making the set just a little more, of course, fun to play with. So hopefully that is a basic overview of the set, enough for you guys to understand what is going to happen next. And what we're going to be doing is, of course, taking the set upstairs and demonstrating what the set, of course, looks like in action. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. It's very unique, of course, how the set works. I wasn't expecting it to work as well as it would, so I'm very, of course, pleased by that. The set, of course, that something I didn't mention earlier was that the set comes with 2,000 Orbeez, so that is plenty, or a lot of Orbeez, and you're probably not going to run out of Orbeez anytime soon unless you accidentally lose or pop a couple. So hopefully the set was helpful if you were ever thinking about purchasing the Orbeez RC Ladybug Scooper. In my opinion, of course, before we end the review, in my opinion, the set is very different. I wasn't expecting an RC to, of course, scoop up the Orbeez. If you guys remember what Orbeez were first like, they were pretty much just some Orbeez set where you had this one huge Orbeez maker, and they would like roll down some slide, and of course you put them in some type of container where you just keep them there, or you can of course decorate them in some way. But in my opinion, Orbeez have really evolved and revolutionized the way they create toys, and in my opinion it's very cool. They've worked hard. If you guys saw the Flower Power Light Show, which is in my opinion one of the better decorating sets, they've really changed the Orbeez, of course, products. And not even in a more complicated way. They're all very simple, but at the same time, very unique. So, of course, like usual, please rate, subscribe, comment, and thank you for watching.